everyone, and welcome to my channel. So you're going to need a water bottle filled with warm water, a brush. I'm using the Felicia Leatherwood Detangling brush, but you could also use the Denman or any brush you prefer. You're going to need a leave-in or cream of your choice. I'm using the Taliyah Wajiid Curly Curl Cream. You're going to need a gel of your choice. I'm using the Eco Style Argan Oil Gel. And my hair is freshly washed, sectioned, and the only product in my hair right now is the Curly Curl Cream. So I have my hair in about 8 sections on each side. I'm just gonna put that twist up and out of the way so I can focus on the other section. Next, I'm going to split that twist into 2. And then split that again into 2 sections and clip that half out of the way. Next, I'm going to spritz either my hair or my brush. Sometimes I spritz my brush, depending on how I'm feeling. It adds some lubrication and helps smooth the section while also controlling so that you're controlling for water amount so that your hair is not sopping wet and take longer to dry. I got this tip from Mains by Mel here on YouTube. So I'm going to smooth that section out as much as possible. This ensures that I don't have a single strand knot issue. It also just smooths my hair down and prevents tangles and webbing, which is really important if you have tighter textured strands. So yeah, I'm just smoothing it out and detangling, especially in the roots where sometimes that can get a little knotty and tangly. So next I'm going to grab my gel, but first I'm going to separate this section again one more time. Having smaller sections allows for you to define your curls a whole lot better, especially if you're someone whose hair isn't moisture or wash and go trained, or someone who just struggles with wash and goes in general. You really want to make sure your hair is as sectioned off as possible. Next, I'm just smoothing that section with my hands and with my brush just to really clump the curls. As you see, my curls are way more clumped now that I have sectioned it off versus when I was brushing that whole section. I'm just going to smooth and clump, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the gel, not too much, and I'm going to apply it directly to the hair from roots to ends. And I'm going to apply a little bit more on the ends just to make sure. And I'm just going to smooth and rake the gel in a little bit before I start shingling. So as you see, I shingle by strand. This is time consuming to some people, but for me, since I am strictly a wash and go girl, I really want to make sure that my hair is defined, frizz free, but also tangle free and single strand knot free. And I find that shingling does all of that for me and some, because when I just do raking or another method, my ends are really free to just tangle on each other, causing single strand knots and stuff like that. So I would suggest if you are a type 4, maybe if you're a 3C, but especially if you're 4A and above, you really want to take your time to shingle. It'll help out a lot. So going on to the next section, I am just detangling and smoothing with that same brush. Next, I am applying some gel. Making sure to rake and smooth the product in really well. Getting the ends, getting the roots, trying to make sure I don't have any puffy roots is a key. So next I'm going to shingle. I try to keep it in small sections as possible, but sometimes a clump of like thicker curl can come out. As you see, they're alternating sizes, but it should be fine. And you want to separate where the curl naturally wants to separate as you shingle. And once I am done with a section, I like to do the praying hands motion just to make sure that the section, excuse me, is really smoothed down and frizz free. If needed, I will apply a little bit more gel as I use the praying hands motion. And again, I'm just smoothing that section one more time before moving on to the next. So next, moving on to the next section. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to unclip that section, being very gentle. Next, I'm going to split that and spray it with some water. I'm going to use my brush to make sure that it's very smooth and tangle free. And then I am going to section that off into two. Smooth that subsection one more time with my brush. Again, clumping the curls and taking my time. And then I am going to apply my gel. A little bit goes a long way, so first I'm going to apply it from root to tip, really making sure I'm getting the whole section, especially the roots. I'm also going to grab a little bit more and apply it to my ends. I'm going to smooth it with my hands and do the raking method. And then I am going to shingle. And now we're moving on to the final one I'm going to show you guys. So again, you're just going to spray that section. You're going to brush and smooth that section, making sure you're going from ends to roots and really making sure you're getting the roots. Applying the gel, making sure you're smoothing it in, especially the roots and the ends. You're going to add some more if needed to the ends and the roots. And then you're going to shingle. So once a quadrant of my head is complete, I just spray that entire section down with warm water. And I make sure I get the roots, again, just to make sure it's not puffy. And then I'm going to apply equal parts of my cream and my gel on my hand, mix it up, and then apply it all to my hair using the praying hands motion. I got this from Natural Nisi, and it's really great for smoothing frizz out and making sure all of it lays flat together. So I'm about to do the rest. So this is my hair after all of the gel has been applied. As you can see, it's very defined, especially in the back sections. It's a little frizzy in the front, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to show you guys what I use as my hooded dryer. So I got this little attachment from Amazon for about $12 since I don't have the coins to drop a whole hooded dryer on. So you just attach it. So this is me after coming from the hooded dryer for about 45 minutes. As you saw, it was kind of pasted down to my head. So I'm just shaking it out to loosen it up a bit. You just gotta shake it out, girl. Shake it out. So my hair is about 80% dry. There are a couple of wet spots. So I'm going to take my Extava hair dryer and Orchid diffuser and set it to high speed and medium heat. Since my roots are dry, I'm focusing primarily on sections where the ends are a little damp. So I'm going to feel around and find any section that's a little damp, and I'm going to cup my hair into the diffuser. And this is my hair after it is fully dry. As you can see, it shrunk up quite a bit. So I'm about to show you guys a bonus hairstyle that I do to stretch my hair out a little bit. So what you're gonna need, is a scrunchie, a pin or bobby pin, and a satin scarf of your choice or a headband. I'm opting for a black scarf today. So first I section off my bangs, deciding which ones I want to leave out. Be sure to be gentle because this is day one hair, so you don't want to add any more frizz to the style so it can last. Next, I'm going to gather my hair and get it out of the way using my satin scrunchie. Once it's out of the way, I'm going to grab my scarf or headband. If you're using a scarf, make sure you fold it in the desired look that you're going for. I folded it into a triangle and then I folded it again into halves so that I could get like a headband effect. Next, you're gonna tie it around around the perimeter of your head. Make sure you're gentle. You don't want to frizz up your bang area as you're tying the knot. And once that's knotted and secure, I'm just going to tuck the ends away. So now I can move on to my ponytail. I'm just going for a very loose bun. I just tie the satin scrunchie around it one time just to loop the ends underneath. This way I don't get much creasing while my hair is also getting a good stretch without having to use a blow dryer or any heat. So next I'm going to play around with my fringe. Since my bangs are growing out, I want the short bang look without recutting my hair right now. So that's the look I'm going for. I'm just playing around with it, seeing how I want to pin it. As you see, that pin's not really working with the headband I'm using today. So I'm going to opt for a bobby pin. So now I'm just going to pin the hair piece by piece. I'm just going to kind of tuck it by the scarf so it's not showing too much. So now I'm just playing around with it, just deciding how I want the hair to lay, how I want the bun to be. So I'm tucking any loose pieces underneath that satin scrunchie to get the look that I'm going for. And I'm also just bobby pinning any loose pieces on my fringe that I want pulled back more. So this is the final look. I really love it. Again, it gives you a nice stretch that's heat free. I also like to sleep with a very loose bun and go about my day with a loose bun to keep my hair out of my face and stretch for the week. So give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below. Bye.